Welcome everyone. Today is an event we are going to celebrate, which is called as Hartalika Teej. Hartalika Teej are two different names of the same event. We also call in our Sangha, we call it as Shakti Day, because this is a day when all get boon from Ma Shakti, is the path of spirituality, path of Tantra, path of devotion, through which we can actually evolve and we can get connected with Shiva again. This is why this is the most important day, as in the Hinduism, in the spiritual world, to be celebrated. There are different ways to celebrate it. In this talk, we are gonna see, we will listen to the story of Ma Shakti. We will see how we can celebrate, how we can get connected with her. And in the end of the video, we will also tell you how you can celebrate all around the world, how you can do small little things, some sadhana, and you can do some bhakti to connect with Ma Shakti and get blessings through these rituals. So the first thing I want to start this with is the story of Ma Shakti. As we all know that in Shiva Mahapurana, it is mentioned that Lord Shiva was in form of Agni Stambh, which is like a pillar of fire. And through that pillar of fire, Lord Vishnu was generated. And from Lord Vishnu's navel, Lord Brahma was generated. And then there was of the three Mahashaktis, which are their consorts, like Ma Shakti, Ma Saraswati, and Ma Lakshmi. So here at this moment, when Lord Brahma took the work of creation and he wanted to form new things, new living beings, all these beautiful things, what we have from the nature and us, everyone. At that moment, he realized that this is not possible because he needs some support in it. The support was Ma Shakti, because Ma Shakti is warmth in the universe. So he really needed that warmth for the creation process. As we know, a child in the womb is in a small place which is warm, because without warmth, the creation is not happening. The food what we cook, we need fire for it. So warmth is also the life inside us. When a person dies, the body becomes cold. So this warmth is Ma Shakti. So Ma Shakti separated from Shiva that time, and she started taking many different births to do this creation work. After the creation work was finished, it was super important for the well-being of the universe, or the cycle of this universe to run smoothly. The most important thing was to unite Shiva and Shakti back. So during that time, Lord Vishnu and Lord Brahma tried their best to help Shiva and Shakti to come and unite back. That time, Ma Shakti was in form of Ma Sati, who was daughter of the King Daksh. At that time, she didn't knew about Shiva. There is another story connected to it, because King Daksh he really didn't wanted Sati to know about Shiva, because he hated Shiva. Initially, he was the one who did a lot of sadhana to actually please Shakti, and he asked boon that he wanted Shakti to come in his house as a daughter, so that he can become the medium of Shiva and Shakti union. But as the time passed, there was a situation when Lord Brahma, his fifth head started saying wrong things, bad things about Veda, and Shiva couldn't bear it, because if the creator starts speaking bad about the Vedas, this also gets transmitted in the world. Some things got transmitted before the head was cut. That's why we see that there is also humanity, but there is also inhumanity. So it's all against the Vedic things, what happened. So Shiva chose to cut that fifth head, which is creating all this nuisance. And King Daksh was the Prajapati. Prajapati is leader of all the Praja, the humankinds, who set it up the rules for society. he was of Lord Brahma. He got really upset with this, that how can Shiva cut his father's head? And that's why he took an oath that now Shakti will be my daughter and I will make sure that Shiva and Shakti doesn't unite. So Sati, since childhood, she grew up without any knowledge of Shiva. She didn't knew that somebody Shiva is existing. But when she was young, as she started connecting with her energies, she started realizing that she's something different. She's missing something. And slowly, even she didn't knew about Shiva, she started getting attracted towards it. And slowly she understood about Shiva. She wanted to get married to him. At that moment, Shiva rejected. Shiva said, I cannot marry her because she's not ready. She is full with human qualities. She is full with because the genes really makes matter in all of us. We always carry genes from our parents, and we have traits of our parents. So Shiva said she is not Shakti, she is Dakshayani. Dakshayani means daughter of Daksh. So even if she wants to become the Shakti, she needs to really do a lot of hard work, and she needs to get rid of all her human qualities, all her traits from her human father, and then only she can become one. But because Lord Brahma and Lord Vishnu really wanted this union to happen so that the cycle of universe gets balanced as soon as possible, they tried their own tricks or their own interference to make this happen as fast as they could. And this happened. At one moment, they both got married. Masati went to Kailash, and Shiva tried to tell her so many times that now it's time, you need to work. I will tell you some tantric methods. I will tell you some sadhanas, some siddhis you need to get so that you can unite back to your original form, which is Shakti. But Masati kept on saying that what is the rush? Now I am married to you. So we can do it later. We will do it later. So this just happened because this is us. This is human quality. That okay, I will do it tomorrow. Today I can rest. But this what makes, there is very good saying in Hindi. Kaal kare so aaj kare so ab. पल में प्रलय आ जाए बहुरी करेगा कब. That means what you need to do tomorrow, do it today. What you need to do today, do it now, because you never know if some natural calamities come or something like tsunami or something, earthquake comes, then you will regret doing that. You never know, that little thing will be so much important. So if things come in your mind, just do it immediately. This really reminds me of Guruji. Guruji is like that. Guruji, I have always seen, sometimes he would get some ideas in sleep. He would, in the middle of night, 3 a.m., he would wake up, take out the book, and he will immediately write it. He will not wait that tomorrow morning I will wake up and I will write it. Because that's the moment. If divine is giving you that at that moment, that's the moment to note it. So yeah, that moment, like never came. He tried best to explain her that it's important. But, the unfortunate event just arrived before this happens. And she really wanted to go to her father's. There was an event here. Her father organized a big yajna. Everybody was invited. Shiva was not invited. And because she married Shiva, she was not invited. And Shiva told her, don't go there, because now you are married to me. And now you need invitation from your father's house, because now you are separate and you are separate family. Now you need to wait for that. She said no daughter needs an invitation to go to father's ceremony, and she went there. And she got insulted so badly by her father. He also insulted Shiva so much that at one moment she became so much angry, and with that anger, with that fire inside, she connected with Shakti. Shakti chose to come, and Shakti came in her body. She took her Shakti form, and she said to all her relatives that now this moment I am cutting all ties with everybody. I am finishing this body which you gave me, because this body has no capacity of turning into Shakti. This is useless for Shiva. And this body is full with all the human qualities. So I'm finishing this, and I will start my sadhana, start my journey again. I will take another birth and I will try to unite with Shiva. And then she finishes her body with her own fire, with her own energy. She discards, she burns the body and she leaves. Then the next birth happens. She comes back in form of Parvati. Parvati means daughter of Parvat. Parvat is mountains. So she comes as daughter of Himalaya. Himavan. Himavan was king of Himalayas, or he is himself Himalaya because he was ruling at that time. And Lilavati. Sorry, Mainavati. I just got confused with two stories. Yeah. You have begin the recording or need to record? Yes. Okay, great. Okay. So then Ma Shakti came in form, she took birth in form of Ma Parvati, which was daughter of Himalayas, King Himavan, and Mother Mainavati. And she she was born during, like King Himavan really needed to go and fight a war against the nags, the snakes, the cobras, like what we call the nags. So during that time he was worried that where the wife and daughter will live. So he left the wife and daughter in Shiva ashram. They were devotees of Vishnu, but they were taken care of by all the sages who had belief in Shiva. So this made Ma Parvati to actually spend her all childhood in a Shiva ashram, which was full with Shiva with Abhisheks and all the rituals for the Shiva. So she knew from the beginning who is Shiva, and somehow that time she was so connected with her own energies since childhood that she knew when she was little, maybe 3-4 years old, she would always say that one day I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna marry Shiva. So that was the thing. She knew everything. And the mother was, Mainavati was a bit worried about this because she believed in Lord Vishnu and she didn't wanted her daughter to get married with Shiva, because Shiva is a lord which wears the skin of animal and who puts bhasma on the body and who lives, who doesn't have house, who just lives, like a yogi. And it's hard for any mother to see that daughter walks away with a yogi like that and have hardship in the life, because she didn't knew who she was. So she always would stop her from being, like she would always tell all the sages, all the rishis in the ashram that keep away my daughter from all these things. But it was hard. Nobody could keep away her from Shiva anymore. There was an incident, a little incident, which is mentioned that Ma Parvati, when she was 3-4 years old, she found Damru, the Damru what Shiva uses, Shiva's Damru, and she goes and she is like she starts playing it. And when mother sees, she gets furious, and all the sages and everybody was amused to see this. And then, everybody tells her to leave it, and when she leaves it, nobody could pick it up. Even full grown adults, they were not even able to pick it up. And the 3-4 years old girl, she picks it up and plays it. So it shows, she always showed the form that she is back. She's Shakti. She's now on the mission, or on the path. Then she will unite with Shiva. And this is how she grew. And when she was young, she was teenage, at that moment she understood how she can get where Shiva is, and how she can do some processes, do some rituals, and get connected to Shiva. Lord Vishnu became her brother. And this is where brother sister relationship, when we celebrate some festivals, brother sister relationship, it also signifies this relationship of Ma Parvati and Vishnu at that moment. How comes as a brother and rescues and supports the sister, helps her to find the way, becomes guide. So this is the role of brother in the society. He gives us this message with this. So from that moment, she starts strong sadhana to become united with Shakti, and then get connected with Shiva. So her process was so difficult, and Lord Shiva also took so many tests from her to see if she's going in a right direction. So he became her, in a way, her guru first, because, but not guru who initiated her, but the guru who is taking test, and the guru who is guiding, her path. Many things happened where, like a little incident I will share with you all. At a moment, because Ma Parvati was collecting the flowers and everything from the garden for doing a ritual, Shiva Abhishek, and she would see, okay, this flower is beautiful, this flower is not beautiful. She was going on, and suddenly she saw some aghoris. They sit, and then they have a Shivalingam, and they start putting meat on the Shivalingam. They are doing different types of aghori rituals and stuff. And she said, this is not good, because Shiva likes bay leaves, Shiva likes datura, Shiva likes this, and you put milk, but what are you even doing? It was Shiva and his ganas, the rishis and the followers. They took this form, and then they put the meat, and Shiva said that it's not about what you're offering, it's about what is the belief inside you, what is your emotion, how you offer. And the meat he puts, it gets disappeared, and he says, look, my emotion was pure, and what I offered, Shiva took it. And Ma Parvati then said, okay, now it's my turn. So she puts a belief on the Shivalingam, and it doesn't disappear, because there was, the mind was in that this is good, this is bad. And that's what we always try to our disciples as well. The Guruji says one important thing. Okay, the things are said in the literature that this is important, that is important, this is, yeah, but something which we see that which are not useful for us, it doesn't make them useless, because in universe they have their own another use. So no judgment, no discrimination. If all the beautiful things in the universe belongs to divine, all the ugly things in the universe also belongs to divine. Everything belongs to divine. If food stuff is belonging to divine, waste product is also belonging to divine. It's all there present in this universe because it has its special position. They are linked between different things. One thing is not there, the cycle of universe is unstable. That's what he wanted to make her understand. Why he wanted to make her understand this? Why everyone think, why you all will think, why was it important lesson for Ma Shakti? Because Ma Shakti is Ma Amba, the universal mother, and universal mother cannot discriminate among anything. So this was most important thing. So she understood those things, that everything, around us is nashwar, is, one day it will finish. So we shouldn't be proud of anything. And whatever is around us, it belongs to universe. Everything is pure. There is nothing we can say which is maybe for us, but pure for somebody else. And then she starts her sadhana again, next level, all the purification, everything. And after all these hardships, the day appears when Shiva comes and says, now this is the moment your sadhana is complete. You have completely purified yourself outside in, you're completely, stable inside. And this is a moment where you can get connected to Shakti and transform into Shakti again. And then she gets connected with the Shakti. And from that moment, she gets married to Shiva later. And then she stabilizes herself again. She goes to Kailash. And now, like, she's blessing us as a universal mother again. So here, it was the story from the literature. Now there are some points. I always believe this. Okay. So welcome everyone. Today is an event we are going to celebrate, which is called as Hartalika Teej. Hartalika Teej are two different names of the same event. We also call in our Sangha. Now there are some points. I always believe there's Shiva, who is divine, who can do things this. why he chose to do all this purification with her and not just use his power and transform her back to Shakti. These questions, these are important. When you ask questions, you think about it. When you read 10 lines, reading 10 lines, that 10 lines not achievement, processing those, churning those 10 lines, because everybody, maybe most of you know this story of churning of the ocean. This is sometime later we can also do this, but now there is a very good story you can read about this churning of the ocean. This was done, and from that churning of the ocean, separation of poison and nectar was done. That's the story, and that's what every churning will do. If you read 10 lines and if you churn them, if you process them, if you think about them, you will be able to go beyond the lines. And the answer is actually beyond the lines. So the thing is, why all these things were important? Because first, Ma Parvati, my Ma Shakti, helped in the work of creation. So she is also a creator. So we all have qualities and traits from our creators. If we have traits of Brahma, we also have traits of Ma Shakti. So with all the energies which have done the creation work, we all carry those traits from them. And when she took human birth, she also went through all these human qualities and all these things, and she created us. So that's why there were two reasons. One, it's important that before you connect with any energies, you need to purify all your human qualities. This is important. And this can be only done by tapasya. Tap means, the another meaning of the tap is making hot. You should make yourself hot. You should burn yourself with sadhana, because this purifies your negative qualities, your human qualities, which can keep you bounded with this world. It will not allow you to evolve. So this was important. So before she transformed herself with Shakti, it was important to purify those. Plus, this again, I would say this could have been done immediately. This didn't all these processes. But because she's a universal mother, how can she leave all her kids behind and just go back and transform herself? So before going, she opened a channel for all of us so that we can walk on her path on which she walked, and she transformed herself. This is why she went through all these things. Now it's our job as a human, when you get a human birth, more than eating, more than creating more lives, getting connected with all this greed in our life. We want this, we want that. With all the resources which the universe has given you, these are important things for keeping this body safe. We just need to know that boundary, that this is our need, and after this, there is our is to evolve ourselves, to respect that Mother Shakti who went through so much hardship for all of us, so that we can follow her and get connected with Shiva again, get united with Shiva again. And what is that? Moksha. To break this cycle of Maya, to get connected with Shiva again, and to detach ourselves from all these worldly things. I remember there are some little stories here and there which comes where it says that in spirituality there are many stories which us that we should take what we need, not what we want. When a person starts understanding that my need is this much, and even if there's a lot of things in front of you, if you have that capacity of picking up something what you need only, then remember that your mind is going in the right direction. You're going in the mode of detachment. So these little things, everyday life, you can just process yourself. Every day in the night time when you go to bed, see your 24 hours, because that's what a human mind can remember very well. So revive your 24 hours and see what I did today. Did I take anything more than my need, more than my want? Did I do any injustice and these things? And if you find it out within 24 hours, finish any energies. If you have hurt someone, and if you have seen yourself hurting someone, and you know from inside that you are the one who did it, within 24 hours, apologize and finish that energy connection between you and that person. That person will also feel relaxed. And most important, forget about that person. You will feel relaxed. You will feel that one energy connection is gone. Otherwise, that guilt will finish you. Your mind will say, oh, I did a good thing, but your heart knows that guilt will keep you connected. And this is how you slowly go farther from divine. If you start finishing the karma, you are a human, you can create karma every moment. But who is a spiritual person who has capacity to recognize what they have done? If you can recognize that and brave heart, that sometimes even if it is hard to correct it, to go ahead and correct it. This is how you can control things, and you can create less and less karmas, and you will have more stable mind to actually read beyond the lines and get connected to all these things, and then you can walk on the path of this. So with this, I would say just doing sadhana or just doing strong spiritual practices, any spiritual practices, is not enough. This all the time checking yourself, all the time to have this, we can say, good word I just came in my mind, reality. Every night should be a reality check for everyone. You are the victim, you are the criminal, you are the judge, you are the lawyer. Fight case against yourself. And if you can do that, then I would say congratulations, you are the right spiritual person. Yeah. So let's come back to the topic. So this is why, as we know now the story, what happened on this day, Hartalika Teej, and what was the significance of it, why it is so important day, because this day teaches us, how to, how even Ma Shakti needed to work hard to get back to her own form. So we have to follow her, and we should be grateful to her. Now there are some points. Okay, so welcome everyone. Today is event we are going to celebrate, which is called as Hartalika Teej. Hartalika Teej are two different names of the same event. We also call in our Sangha. Now, the second thing I would say, that how to celebrate it. There are different ways to celebrate it. In India, in different states, there are so many rituals, so many beautiful pujas women do to celebrate it. I would say, why only women? I would say, why men also should celebrate it. Now, we will not go into many rituals, because every state have their own rituals. Some states, they have all the women come together, they sow the wheat, and then we make a live yantra, a small of live yantra, and then they do puja of it. They make Shivalingam out of mud, and then they do all the Abhisheks. And some places they also have murtis of Ma Parvati, who is sitting in sadhana posture. They buy this, and then they make the forest around her. They pick up some leaves and trees, leaves and everything, and they make a little forest, and she sits in the forest. Then they do Shiva Abhishek. They fast all day. They do bhajans of Ma. The women, they dress in red, because red color is considered to be color of Shakti. And also this is considered to be color of, for the married woman, it's called Suhagan. So here they put all the symbols of their marriage. They put the sindoor in their, on their head. They wear the Mangal Sutra. They wear bangles, and they sing songs, fast, and so many things. So I would just say, if you really want to celebrate this day, man, women, both, you can do. If women want to do it more beautifully, from how the women around the state do, you can dress red, you can make a altar, you can, if you have a statue of Ma, you can do Abhishek of the statue with simple milk curd, and you can sit and do sadhana all day. You can fast, you can do bhajan, you can celebrate Ma, you can say thank you, Ma, that really did this for us, and promise that in this human birth, we will make use of it. We will do more than all other living beings what they do, because you have given us this intellectual, you have given us this understanding, and we'll make sure that we will really connect with sadhana. We will do sadhana, we will work on ourselves, and one day we will come behind you and we will unite with Shiva.